Okay, good afternoon, dear students. So the next class in the mushroom cultivation paper, that is difference between edible mushrooms and poisonous mushrooms. So what are meant by edible and poisonous mushrooms? Edible mushrooms, the mushrooms which is available in the markets, which is edible to the human beings, those are called as edible mushrooms. ఏవైతే మష్రూమ్స్ ఉన్నాయో, ఏ మష్రూమ్స్ అయితే మన తినదగినవిగా ఉన్నాయో వాటిని మనం ఎడిబుల్ మష్రూమ్స్ అంటాం. వాట్ అబౌట్ పాయిజనస్ మష్రూమ్స్? ద మష్రూమ్స్ హూ ఆర్ నాట్ యూజ్డ్, హూ ఆర్ నాట్ ఎడిబుల్, హూ ఆర్ పాయిజనస్, దోస్ ఆర్ కాల్డ్ యాజ్ పాయిజనస్ మష్రూమ్స్. ఏ మష్రూమ్స్ అయితే తినలేమో, ఏ మష్రూమ్స్ తింటే పాయిజనస్ ఎఫెక్ట్ ఇస్తాయో వాటిని మనం పాయిజనస్ మష్రూమ్స్ అంటాం. Let us discuss today class the difference between edible and poisonous mushrooms. What are the chemical components present in the edible mushrooms? What are the chemical constants, nutrients present in the edible mushrooms? So what are the minerals and nutrients present in the edible mushrooms? What are the poisonous components present in the poisonous mushrooms? Let us discuss in this class. Miss Sandipam Sandarani, did you ever heard the word button mushroom? బటన్ మష్రూమ్ అని ఎప్పుడైనా విన్నావా? బటన్ మష్రూమ్, బటన్ మష్రూమ్, అగారికస్ బైస్పోరస్ ని మనం బటన్ మష్రూమ్ అని పిలుస్తాం. నేను ప్రీవియస్ క్లాస్ లో కూడా చెప్పాను మీకు, బటన్ మష్రూమ్ అంటే దాని సైంటిఫిక్ నేమ్ అగారికస్ బైస్పోరస్. ఆల్రెడీ నేను మీకు ముందే ఇంట్రడ్యూస్ చేశా. సో బటన్ మష్రూమ్ ఒకటే, మిల్కీ మష్రూమ్ ఒకటే, షిటేక్ మష్రూమ్స్ ఒకటే, ఆయిస్టర్ మష్రూమ్స్. సో దీస్ ఆర్ ఆల్ edible mushrooms. These mushrooms are used in worldwide, not only in India, but also all the worldwide. It is used as the edible mushroom, right? So let us discuss the word mushroom used for the edible members of the macrofungi. So the term as food of the god. So there are 14,000 species of the mushrooms reported in the world. More than 2,000 species are recorded edible. Less than 25 species are widely accepted as food, and only about 12 species have been domesticated and artificially cultivated. So around the world, only 12 species of mushrooms have been cultivated for the edible purpose. There are a number of mushrooms, nearly 2,500 species are there, but worldwide edible mushrooms are nearly 12 species only. These 12 species have been cultivated around the world. In India, generally cultivated the mushrooms are button mushrooms, milky mushrooms, padistra mushrooms, shiitake mushrooms, and so on. Yeah, let us. Mushrooms are becoming the popular not only for their exotic flavor, taste, but also their nutritive value. So mushrooms are rich in protein, dietary fiber. Also, the mushrooms are it consists of the vitamins and minerals. So moderate, it consists of the carbohydrates and very less fat contains. So mushrooms is considered as the complete, healthy, low calorie food. That's why worldwide these mushrooms are used as the edible as food source. Okay. So for all age groups and occupy the place between the meat and vegetable, right? So let us see what are the edible mushrooms have been cultivated around the world. So presence of annual ring button mushroom, the middle of the stalk of padistra mushroom at the base of the stalk of the mushroom. So the edible mushrooms may cultivate chestnut. Why these are very tasty? Let us discuss the nearly 12 species or the taste of the mushrooms is a delicious taste. It look like meat taste. Okay, so they are soft, leathery and woody. Edible mushrooms are not attractive and colorful. These are pleasant smell. Generally ants, insects and other animals feed the mushrooms. So ఇవి కనుక edible mushrooms కనుక పెరిగాయంటే వాటిని చీమలు తింటాయి, వాటిని కొన్ని ఇన్సెక్ట్స్ తింటాయి. edible mushrooms మాత్రమే తింటాయి. poisonous mushroom జోలికి వెళ్ళవు, టచ్ చేయవు. Clear? Yeah. So let us let me explain about the major edible mushrooms around the world. Already I mentioned in the previous class, those are button mushrooms. Button mushroom. Button mushroom, the scientific name is Agaricus bisporus. And oyster mushrooms, Pleurotus sazerkazu. Pleurotus sazerkazu is the oyster mushroom. Padistra mushroom, Volvariella volvacea. Padistra mushroom. Okay, milky mushroom, Calocybe indica. Calocybe indica, milky mushroom. Shiitake mushroom, Lentinula edodis. Lentinula edodis. And woodier mushroom, Auricularia species. These are main species. Main edible mushrooms are cultivated around the world. In India, in South India, there are very important. The species cultivated mushrooms are button mushrooms and oyster mushrooms, shiitake mushrooms, padistra mushrooms. Let us explain the morphology of button mushroom. See, these are the button mushrooms. These button mushrooms are a very popular variety due to its delicious taste. It has highly nutritive value, highly medicinal value. This mushroom is distributed worldwide and presently more than 500 species of Agaricus can be cultivated around the world. But so the main species Agaricus bisporus. Agaricus bisporus is called as button mushroom. Button mushroom. Right. It is the first largest cultivated mushroom is the button mushroom. Many species are used for food by their nutritive value. It contains highly 35% of the protein, 18% of fiber and dry weight. Okay, next. So another mushroom, see the picture of oyster mushroom. The shape of the oyster mushroom is look like oyster. Okay, so it is the second most cultivated edible mushrooms over the 150 edible mushrooms, right? So which it can be grow on the variety of the substrates conditions are different worldwide. The oyster mushroom has high food value. It contains carbohydrates 63%, proteins 20%, and fiber 15%, fat 2% in dry weight. So next one, milky mushroom. This is very attractive mushroom. Very beautiful mushrooms are milky mushroom. What we call milky mushroom. So the milky mushroom, the species is generally cultivated in the tropical regions. These are the edible mushrooms native in India. Okay, right. It has a long shelf life, more nutrients, and short cultivation. So it becomes the third commercially cultivated mushrooms in India after button mushrooms, after oyster mushrooms. So this is the third largest cultivated mushrooms in India. Right. Okay, it contains 65% of carbohydrates, 18% of fiber proteins, 4% of fiber, and 3% of fat. Very low fat. Very important, padistra mushroom. It is the largest cultivated mushroom in India in the 4th place. So this is the padistra mushroom. There are more than 19 edible varieties of reported in strap padistra mushroom. This can be cultivated on the padistra. That's why the mushrooms are called as padistra mushrooms. ఏవైతే వరి గడ్డి మీద పెరిగేటువంటి మష్రూమ్స్ ఉన్నాయో ఇండియాలో పర్టికులర్ కల్టివేట్ చేసేవి వాటిని మనం padistra mushroom అంటారు. See the padistra substrate. Clear? Okay, it contains 55% of carbohydrates, 38% of proteins, 6% of fibers, and 2% of fats. Next. Very important, tasty mushrooms are shiitake mushrooms. Shiitake is a native to East Asia, popularly as a food, and it has a highly medicinal value. Right. So it has the second most important edible and medicinal mushroom. So it is eaten like vegetables and it contains nearly 48% of carbohydrates, 33% of proteins, 28% of fiber, and very low quantity of the fat, that is 3% fat. So another important edible mushroom is wood ear mushroom. So it's look like ear shape. That's why this is called as wood ear mushroom. It can be grown on wood, like shape is ear. That's why this is called as wood ear mushroom. So it is the jelly mushroom contains 62% of carbohydrate, 5% of proteins, and 20% of fiber, 80% of the fat, and is the fourth most popular mushroom in the world for its nutritional and medicinal value. Highly nutritional and medicinal value is the wood ear mushroom. It is very popular ingredient in many Chinese dishes such as hot, sour soup, also used in Chinese medicine. Right. So non-edible mushroom. So these are all what I told you in this class, that is nearly 6 species. Those are all cultivated widely worldwide as well as in India. Now let us discuss the another mushroom is the poisonous mushroom. So what are poisonous mushrooms or non-edible mushroom? What are the characteristics of mushrooms? Let us discuss now. Okay, the poisonous macrofungi is called as toadstool. Poisonous mushrooms also called as toadstool. Am I clear, Miss Saileja? Stand up. The another name of poisonous mushroom is toadstool. So toadstool, the word toadstool means death chair. చచ్చిపోయే కుర్చీలో కూర్చోవడము, కుర్చీలో కూర్చున్నది చచ్చిపోవడం కోసము. The death chair, and it represents the poisonous and non-edible mushrooms. Many mushrooms are poisonous and non-edible. It contains cytotoxic chemicals, psychoactive toxic, nephrotoxic, and hallucinogenic chemicals, lethal compounds that lead to many problems, many health issues to the living beings, gastrointestinal issue, respiratory issue when it consumes. When it consumes, the living organism may suffer the nervous issue. When it consumes by the living organism, it may cause the cardiovascular system, and the practical knowledge and experience required for identify the poisonous mushrooms. Yeah. Okay. What are the poisonous mushrooms? Characteristics of the poisonous mushrooms we'll discuss now. So when we observe this poisonous mushroom, they are very soft, and the skin of the cap cannot easily peel off. So the skin of the cap may be tight with attached to the stem of the mushroom. So milky like eudoxin ooze, some creamy mushroom exude from the damaged part of the mushroom. Poisonous mushrooms are generally bitter and sour taste. చేదుగా పుల్లగా ఉంటాయి. సో మోస్ట్లీ ఇట్ ఈస్ అన్ప్లిజెంట్ స్మెల్. అది తీస్తే వాసన వచ్చేస్తూ ఉంటుంది. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ రైనీ సీజన్లో మన ఇంటి దగ్గర రోడ్ల పక్కన పింక్ కలర్లో లేకపోతే ఒక రకమైన కలర్లో పెరుగుతూ ఉంటాయి మష్రూమ్స్. అది పెరిగితే విపరీతమైన స్మెల్ వస్తుంది ఆ సరౌండింగ్ అంతా. ఎప్పుడైనా మీరు అబ్జర్వ్ చేశారా? రైనీ సీజన్లో మన ఇళ్ళ దగ్గర రోడ్డు పక్కన అలాంటి మష్రూమ్స్, పాయిజనస్ మష్రూమ్స్ పెడితే ఇట్స్ లుక్ లైక్ ఓడోర్ అన్ప్లిజెంట్ స్మెల్. It can easily identify that is the poisonous mushroom. Clear? Okay. Now, so mostly it is unpleasant smell. Generally ants, insects, other animals do not feed. Right. So what are the poisonous mushrooms? The poisonous mushrooms are Amanita mushroom. Amanita mushroom scientific name is Amanita brunescens. Magic mushrooms, Psilocybes pubescens, thorn fiber cap mushroom, Inocybe lacera. You have to practice the scientific names of the poisonous mushrooms as well as edible mushrooms. Clear? Right. Okay. Ink cap, Copronopis atromenteria, brain mushroom. So Gymetra esculenta, sulfur turf mushrooms, Hypoloma fascicularia. So these are the poisonous mushrooms. I'll show the pictures of poisonous mushroom. See, this is called as foot Amanita mushroom. It is a poisonous mushroom. When it consumed by the human being, what will affect the human beings? It consists of poisonous chemical, toxic chemical in the fruiting body of this fungi. ammonotoxin. The fungi consist of the poison toxin is called as ammonotoxin. It found in the mushroom cleft foot Amanita. Ammonotoxin may cause respiratory issues. It causes dizziness. It causes headache. It causes nausea. It causes shortness of breath. It causes coughing. It causes restlessness. It causes diarrhea. It causes the gastrointestinal tissue, back pain, urinary disorders, liver issue, kidney damage. So it is very dangerous toxin, ammonotoxin. So this is ammonotoxin. Amanita Phalloides is a poison mushroom. Next, so magic mushrooms. Have you ever seen this magic mushroom? So it's very attractive. After maturity, it's the spores are like black color. See that? So మనకి బయట కూడా కనిపిస్తూ ఉంటాయి ఇవి, right? So magic mushroom. The magic mushroom say psychoactive hallucinogenic compound called psilocybin. Psilocybin is the toxic compound. So psilocybin is affect brain, nervous system and leads to the extent peacefulness, spiritual awakening, disordered thinking, dizziness, drowsiness, muscle weakness, unusual body sensation, nausea, paranoia, confusion, vomiting, finally causing the death. So that is also another poisonous mushroom. This is thorn fiber cap mushroom. Thorn fiber cap mushroom contains a toxic compound that is muscarine. So muscarine is a very dangerous chemical toxin. It causes gastrointestinal issues, respiratory issues, cardiovascular issues. So finally, the human being or living being is going to death. Fly agaric mushroom. So this can be grown in the forest area. It is highly poisonous mushroom and consists of narcotic hallucinogenic compound missimol. Missimol is a toxic compound. Missimol can be found in this mushroom. It causes pantherine, muscarine syndrome, dryness of the mouth, body loss, movement, confusion, excitement, giddiness, tiredness, drowsiness. Drowsiness and epudu chusina, this is drowsiness. Okay. Next, ink cap mushroom. Have you ever seen this? ఎప్పుడైనా చూసారా ఇది? బయట పేడ కప్పుల మీద వాటి మీద పెరుగుతూ ఉంటుంది. యా, ఇంక్ క్యాప్ మష్రూమ్ అంటారు. కోప్రిన్ ఇస్ ఏ మైకోటాక్సిన్. దీనిలో కోప్రిన్ అనేటువంటి మైకోటాక్సిన్ ఉంటుంది. దిస్ ఇస్ వెరీ డేంజరస్. ఇట్స్ లుక్ లైక్ బ్యూటిఫుల్ మష్రూమ్ బట్ ఇట్స్ పాయిజన్. ఓకే, సో ఇట్ కాజెస్ ద కోప్రినస్ సిండ్రోమ్, ఇంక్లూడ్ ద symptoms like facial redness, nausea, vomiting, nervous issues, shivering, burning, sometimes excessive salivation. నోటి నుంచి కారుతానే ఉంటుంది by eating this. Next, brain mushroom. So because of the shape of the mushroom, it is called as brain mushroom, but it is beautiful and attractive. It consists of highly toxic compound, carcinogenic compound, that is gyrometrin. Gyrometrin. So this mushroom can cause the gyrometrin delay the function of the central nervous system. So it delay the central nervous system function, and as a result, stomach cramps, diarrhea, jaundice, severe leads to the convulsion, coma, and final to the death. Next, so sulfur tuft mushroom. So it can be find out in our villages areas. చూడండి, అవి చిన్న చిన్నగా పెరుగుతూ ఉంటాయి. మన సరౌండింగ్స్ లో పెరుగుతూ ఉంటాయి. మీరు చూడాలి, అబ్జర్వ్ చేయాలి మీరు. ఓకే, యా. The principal toxin of this sulfur tuft mushroom is a steroid known as fasciculol. Fasciculol. It is a bitter and poisonous mushroom, causes vomitings, diarrhea, convulsions. Next, yeah. So this is about the edible mushroom and poisonous mushroom. So I think you understand what are the edible mushrooms, what are the non-edible or poisonous mushrooms, what are the effects of poisonous mushrooms in this class. Next day, we shall discuss about nutraceutical and medicinal properties of mushroom.